Welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches. Today we're continuing going over the October course of fire for NRL22. This is stage 3 in the booklet. Choose 2 candy buckets. Interesting stage, 9 rounds. Essentially, pick 2 of your favorite props. You'll be engaging 2 targets at 50 yards, 1 target at 100 yards, 3 shots. Key here is it's going to be hit to move on. So take your time. It's only 9 shots instead of the usual 10. You have a little bit more time on the clock to make those hits. Make them count, because if you miss, you're gonna have to re-engage that same target. So as far as this goes, it really comes down to personal preference, your mobility, what you feel comfortable with. I'll show you what I went with, but you can choose any of these props. I like the 2-gallon bucket here at the front. I can get low, I can get prone. It's the most stable for me. You know, I'm also a big fan of the 55-gallon barrel, so I'm gonna flip between these two. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use that trick where I put the bipod up close to the mag well, so I can actually put the bipod on the front and still get rear support on the rifle. 2 points of contact, very stable. Again, it's going to be whatever you're comfortable with. If you've been in the NRL22 game, you've experienced these props before, you should have a general idea of what worked, what didn't. You should always be critiquing your stages and your matches and see what can I improve upon. I'm actually running this really weird setup here where I actually have the flat bag at the front. So what I can do is actually put this here, use a rear bag, come down. And this is an extremely stable prone position here. So I'm going to engage 3 here. I'm going to grab my rear bag. I'm going to transition to the 55-gallon bucket. Come up here, bipod in front, rear bag in the rear. And it is a little bit front heavy. So I'm actually, holding down here just to make sure rifle doesn't tip forward, but super stable, 2 points of contact. And then I'm going to go back to the first original prop for the prone shooting position for the final 3 shots. Take your time, make your hits to move on. Otherwise, you're gonna be re-engaging the same target. I would not worry about dialing on the second target. 50 yards, that should be your 0, so you should be pretty much good to go there. Focus on making good wind calls. The 100-yard target is 5 inches, pretty generous, so feel free to hold over. You shouldn't have to adjust parallax too much. Just focus on making those good hits. Let's see how it went in the match.
Who's ready? Stand by. Go.